Texas.
Shaka, are you out of your mind? we just watched you at the end of that practice. Is that something you do all the time?
It's a drill we do pretty regularly with our team. Our guys are taking the charges and diving on the floor, but not typically with our coaches. But you know, we've been talking about how important some of the little things on the defensive end are to this game tomorrow night. So our coaches figured that we would step in and put our bodies where our mouth is.
You emotionally navigated this past week where you have the very highest of highs getting to the NCAA Final Four, but you lose your grandfather, who was, I guess, the father figure in your life.
Well, just do the best you can, and you know, nobody's perfect, nobody's a machine, but the biggest thing, to be honest with you, is I've tried to focus on my team and then the rest of my family when it comes to our family's loss. I've tried not to think too much about myself. After the season, there'll certainly be more time to reflect back and mourn. But it's a time where, you know, the Final Four is not going to stop and let you get to the point where, you know, you're past all that stuff. It's going to move on. You know, the game's tomorrow, and our team is ready. Our guys are excited, and I am too. Well, the dancer is a player by the name of Heath Houston, and none of you know him because he hasn't played a minute for us this year. He's redshirting. This is his first year with us, and he'll have 4 more after this year. But he's a guy that from the beginning of the year, our players have always got a kick out of the way he dances. So I don't know, it started early in the year, but it became an every game thing in the last few weeks, and now after each game, that's kind of how we conclude the game, is Heath dancing in the locker room and everybody going nuts around him. In terms of our energy and enthusiasm as a team, I don't think there's any other way to play. I don't think there's any other way to coach. We're in the Final Four. What more can you say? It's a phenomenal opportunity for us, and opportunities multiply as they're seized. So, you know, we want to seize them with all the energy we have. We've got to get into the paint, and not always to shoot the ball. We've got to touch the paint to pass. We've got to make the extra pass on the perimeter. We've got to use shot fakes. When we get the ball around the basket, you've got to finish with strength. One thing that great defensive teams all have in common is they're extremely physical, they're aggressive, and if you don't take the fight to them, then you're going to be in for a long night. Well, there's not really much we can do about it. It's not going to change. They look pretty good out there shooting it just now. So we went to the Alamo Dome last week. It was a bigger arena than we're used to playing in. We shot it great, and we're hoping the same thing continues. But I don't know exactly how it'll affect us. I think if you're a great shooter, you make shots. If you're a bad shooter, you can be in the best shooters gym in the country. That thing's not going in.